In 1989, I had a one-way ticket from LAX to Washington, D.C. And Washington, D.C. would be the place where I would spend the next 4 years attending Howard University. I had no money, I was completely broke, and I was staying on the floor of an acquaintance in the living room. And I stayed there for maybe 4 days before I had to move. What I remember about that time in my life is that I was extremely hungry, but on one particular day, I received a letter from my mom, and it had $30 in it. And the letter was just simple, hello son, I love you, stay encouraged, just real simple. But because of all of the hunger pains I was going through and just being in a new city, it just amplified the currency of that letter. It was like $30 seemed like $1 million at that time. And I remember going into the library on campus and reading the letter over and over again. And I said, man, I got to do something special for my mother. And I came across this poem by Langston Hughes, which said everything that I wanted to say, but it kind of said it in the voice of my mom. And the poem goes like this. Well, son, I'll tell you, life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It's had tacks in it, and splinters, and boards torn up, and places with no carpet on the floor bare. But all the time, I've been climbing on, and reaching landings, and turning corners, and sometimes going in the dark where there ain't been no light. So boy, don't you turn back. Don't you sit down on the steps, 'cause you find it's kinda hard. Don't you fall now, for I still going. Honey, I still climbing, and life for me ain't been no crystal stair. By Langston Hughes. It said everything and meant everything, and I sent that poem to my mom that day in the middle of my pain. Thank you, Mom.